Hello. A formula is an equation that expresses the relationship between two or more variables. So a formula can have two or more variables. For example, C equals 5/9 times the quantity f minus 32 is a formula that has two variables. And this formula expresses the relationship between the Fahrenheit and Celsius measurements. D equals R times T is a formula that has three variables, and it tells us that if we multiply the rate and the time, we will get the distance. I equals PRT has four variables, and this is the formula for the simple interest, and we find it by multiplying the principal, the rate, and the time. And now a formula that has five variables is P equals V1 times the quantity V2 minus V1 over G times J. This formula represents the power produced by a jet engine. V1 is the velocity of the air entering the engine, V2 is the velocity of the air exiting the engine, G is the acceleration, and J is the mechanical equivalent of heat. So in these examples, we see how a formula can have two or more variables. Now we can use a formula to find the value of a certain variable. For example, we can use this formula to find the Celsius temperature when the Fahrenheit temperature is 68 degrees. And for this, we will replace F with 68. So we will write that C equals 5/9 times 68 minus 32. Then 68 minus 32 is 36. So we will have 5/9 times 36. Then 36 divided by 9 is 4. And 5 times 4 is 20 degrees. So C equals 20 degrees. Now another thing we could do with a formula, we could solve it for a certain variable as needed. And we solve it just like we solve an equation. For example, we can solve this formula for V2. So here we have it, and in the first step, to eliminate the fraction, we will multiply both sides by Gj. Then on the right side, Gj will cancel, and now we will have Gjp equals V1 times the quantity V2 minus V1. Next, we will divide both sides by V1. Then on the right side, V1 will cancel, and now we will have Gjp over V1 equals V2 minus V1. In the next step, we will add V1 to both sides. Then on the right side, negative V1 and positive V1 will cancel, and we will have Gjp over V1 plus V1 equals V2. And now this formula is solved for V2 because V2 is isolated on one side. If you liked this video, please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.